Hey guys, Jacob here with ePoolSupply. Today we're going to go over the Zodiac T5 Duo. This is a pretty cool cleaner. As you can see here, they give you nice little retail packaging like most of their cleaners that they do. This cleaner is set itself aside from the Zodiac G3 that's been around forever. This is a redesign, pretty much from the ground up. It's got a lot of different parts. They look a lot alike, but I mean, everything from the flaps to the diaphragm is different. This is a Duralife diaphragm versus the long life diaphragm the G3 actually has. So this thing's pretty cool. Let's dive into the box and see what's actually inside the box. So I've actually pre-opened it, pre-cut it, so you can sit there and watch me open boxes all day. All right. So as you can see here, we have the cleaner, we have goodies, we have a cyclonic leaf canister, and 12 hoses. So first, the cyclonic leaf canister, this is like a cool little gimme freebie item that they throw into this thing. This alone is valued between $50 and $100. This thing is pretty sweet. So just the fact that they give you this, pretty awesome. But the way this works is this goes in series with the hoses. It goes off to your first hose from the wall, and it goes in sequence with your 45, which I'll show you in a second how that works. But the way this works is if you pull this thing out of the water, it's got a built-in check valve on the bottom, so you can pull it out, all the water falls out the bottom, so you're not getting soaked on the deck. And then it works like most of the modern vacuum cleaners where the debris spins like crazy, so you can actually know things are working, it's cleaning, it's gathering debris, it's doing its job. All right, hoses again. Zodiac gives you 12 of these hoses, which is pretty sweet. They're twist lock hoses, so the way that it works is they're not just snap together, like they don't just go together by compression like a lot of other hoses. They actually work off a twist lock, so they actually have a groove inside there, and you can twist them, and it locks it into place. So pretty neat. Here's your quick connector. Let's put that back in the goodies. I'll get back to that later. The quick connector goes onto the cleaner itself. So let's go ahead and dive into here. So we've got warranty card, fill it out, send to Zodiac. This will be your best friend if you ever have a warranty issue. They can track it with your invoice, the whole 9 yards, to make sure you're covered, and they can recommend a closest service station that can work on the cleaner for you. Very good product services that they have with Zodiac with helping you find someone to work on your cleaner under warranty. Highly recommend. Fill it out, send it in. This guy is your wheel deflector. So the way that this works, goes right above the cleaner on the hose, so it actually snaps into a hose and then goes on your cleaner. And it deflects against steps, close walls, corners, to where your cleaner's not getting stuck on that stuff, but it kind of works its way around. So this is actually hitting the side of the wall and moving the cleaner around. Wheel deflector. This is your 45. This thing is really cool. This is what I was talking about. So this is the twist lock one that actually goes in the side of the wall. So this thing busts in the side of the wall. You're gonna get a back lock that goes on here. It's not included in the box, so go out and buy one. Back locks for child safety, so it helps. It screws in 1.5 inch threaded, and then the back lock will actually clip onto the side of here. But the way this works is because it's the twist lock, only twist lock hoses will work with it. So this thing's gonna go in here, your very first hose, and then your cleaner is gonna go on the end of this one. However, so this twist lock 45 is different than all the other ones that they make, like for the MX8 and the MX6, because it swivels. So as you can see, this thing completely swivels. So you want this thing to be pointed up towards the water. However, if the cleaner does go sideways, it's gonna just sit there and swivel, so your canister doesn't go sideways and start sucking air, or upside down and start sucking air. So a really cool thing that they came out with, very smart, very creative. Highly recommend this. I'm pretty sure these are sold in the leaf canisters still. I know they used to back in the day, but I want to say right now, it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure that they are still included. So awesome to get. There's your hose cuff. This thing goes all the way to the bottom of your skimmer, and you have your 45 weir that goes inside of this bad boy, and then you can start building your adapters. So you can do it that, or you take the flow keeper valve, shove it in here, and this is also another way to figure out your suction if you don't have a sidewall suction. So the way, these things are spring loaded, so it actually maximizes and minimizes suction. It restricts it however you want to to say it, but to where you're not putting 100% of your flow into the cleaner, so you have a working skimmer as well, so you're not cavitating your pump, cavitating the cleaner, blowing the diaphragms, the whole 9 yards. So if you only have a skimmer, flow keeper valve. So this guy is your flow gauge. This guy goes in the very, very last cleaner, right before you install your last hose of the cleaner, right before you install the cleaner. And the way this works is there's a nice little gauge. So as you can see here, it goes 0 to 6. You want it to be at a 3. And if it's more, you're gonna blow this diaphragm. If it's less, the cleaner probably isn't gonna move, to be honest with you. So you wanna make sure you dial it in perfectly with your valves or the flow keeper valve, and that's why you adjust these different settings on the side here to get it to a perfect 3. And then you've got your quick connector. We already went over that. This goes in the last hose before you plug it in your cleaner, because you cannot just take a quick connector hose and put it on, it won't stick. So you take this bad boy, clip it on there, and now you can twist on your quick lock hoses. Hose weight. This is exactly what it does. It's a weight. It weighs down your cleaner. These things are super light. It's not like the MX8 where the weight is not really a weight, it's a float. So it actually reduces the weight of the cleaner under the water, so it actually works better. This one weighs the cleaner down so it doesn't float to the top of the surface. Very important. Read your user's manual. There's an exact spot where to put this. So let's take a look at that. Then you've got your weir 45. This is exactly what it is. Your weir door is the flapper door on the side of your skimmer. So this is going to sit there to make sure that the hose sits on top of that. That's the goodie bag. So now let's dive into the cleaner. All right. Zodiac T5. Pretty straightforward. So you got a front flap, back flap, and then you've got the foot pads. Yeah, they still call them foot pads, just like the G3. So again, flaps, foot pads. This one has multiple foot pads, so you have 1, 2, 3. Check out other videos of how to actually replace these, because if you look at this thing, you're like, how the heck do I replace this? But it's a little bit more in depth, and we'll dive into that in another video. However, so if you look inside here, that's our Duralife diaphragm up inside there. It's really, really good. But if you want to access that, all you gotta do is unscrew this, pull it out. Very simple to change. But the cleaner is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's teeny. It's easy to use. I mean, it's just, you put it in there, set the gauge to 3. I mean, this thing is pretty sweet. The flaps are actually like, they're rigid and they're kind of cut to where it's not just one big flap that'll actually get its soft spots and start ripping through it. So if for some reason it's always going against steps, just this part will actually fold up so the rest of it can do the job cleaning, which is super, super cool. And vice versa with the sides and the back. So it's almost like there's 4 different pieces, but there's 2. There's a front, back, but yeah. So super cool cleaner. The fact they give you this thing, incredible. Yeah, pretty easy to install. A lot of components in the box. Zodiac's done a great job with their changes of the hoses and the cleaners and pretty much everything they're doing with their technology. So we highly recommend the T5 if you're getting a diaphragm style cleaner. But yeah, I'm Jacob. Thanks for watching with ePoolSupply. Subscribe today.